Welcome to the third video in our Flashback Series, where we jump back in time to our first bunch of weeks we owned and lived aboard Sea Rose. A time when we captured lots of adventures but didn't have the bandwidth to produce videos. In this episode, we are still on Mallorca and we have our good friends Steve and Patty on board with us. We'll visit the fun town of Ratjada before showing off a few final Mallorca calas from the southeastern coast.
So we're coasting along with a light breeze, sailing up the eastern side of Mallorca to the sort of northeast point. Beautiful morning here. We started off in a little place called Cala Sequeira, and we're hoping to head to Alcudia, which is around the corner on the northeast side here. So just drifting along in about 6 to 8 knots of wind, and trying to eke out as much speed as we can. Wind's starting to die on us, so we'll probably have to motor here soon, but we're enjoying the Mallorca coastline here. So back where we came from down there, it's generally pretty flat. There's a couple mountains in the distance, but pretty flat. And up in the northeast part and sort of the whole northern part of Mallorca is quite mountainous. You can see the mountains starting to form here. And so we're looking forward to this. We're going to make our way all around to Soler in a couple days. So good sailing on board Sea Rose. One thing that I'm starting to really like about the boat is the twin helms. So we haven't ever had a boat with twin helms before. I'm down on the downwind leeward helm here, and I can have a nice view looking forward and see any other boat traffic and get a little view of the trim of the jib, and just a really nice viewpoint. If it's really windy, this is kind of a cold spot to be, but in conditions like this, it's really nice. So that's the leeward helm, but I can walk up here and shift over to the windward helm and again get a good view of what's going on the windward side, any boat traffic, wind conditions and all that. So definitely a nice feature of the boat, being able to move from side to side and adjust your sailing accordingly.
By now we were getting pretty good at reprovisioning in Soler. The morning Steve and Patty were to fly into Mallorca, we made another rental car trip into the city of Palma. This time we visit the huge and renowned cathedral, and we get in some shopping and strolling as we await the final inbound flight. After a night on the dock in Soler, we set off to explore Mallorca's north coast. See our first flashback video for lots more on this area. I know I never get tired of this coastline. It's so dramatic.
Gets the tongue in the corner of my mouth there.
Bite that off. As we round Cap de Formentera for the final time, we decide to bypass the entire northeastern side of Mallorca and instead round the next point of land and head into the marina at Cala Sequeira. After a few nights by ourselves in remote coves, we wanted a night out on the town, and we had heard that this place had a pretty good nightlife scene. The harbor was a great mix of working fishing harbor and a fun place for visitors like us. As we walked around searching for a dinner spot, we saw all the menus and signs were in German. Furthermore, all of the hostesses on the sidewalk were speaking to us in German. We had heard that certain areas of Mallorca were popular with the Brits or the Swedes or apparently the Germans. But could it be that the whole town is almost entirely German during the vacation season? That night, we asked a bartender.
Cala is full of German and these both cities, areas is full of German. But Alcudia coming before Cala is mixed.
That's interesting.
It's a great I only have everything in Germany. I don't have even Spanish.
I know, yeah.
Everything is in German.
I know.
Yeah.
After an amazing dinner, we found some fun. I think our dock neighbors were not too happy with our late-night games. Oh well. The next morning it was off to the Calas for us. In addition to the ports and calas we shared in our previous flashback video, we also visited two additional, Cala and Cala Sequeira, both special for their own reasons. At Cala, Steve and Tom snorkeled while Patty and I explored on paddleboards.
Wait for the morning till the sun comes over the hills. Make your call loud and clear. I will listen patiently. How are you to know? How are you to know? It's all the things you do and all the things I don't.
The final place we visited was Cala Sequeira, seen here from the air. This footage shows the jagged coastline and how there are many additional calas for anyone eager to explore. The prevailing wind around here is typically from the north, so these hideaways are often quite comfortable for staying overnight.
Birds singing.
In all, we probably spent around 8 to 10 nights here, and we hope to visit again as we pass out of the Mediterranean either this summer or next.
How was I to know?
The bird life around the cove was incredible, I think because of all the little crevices for them to nest in.
It was always true. If only I knew. Don't let me follow. If you want out, a new beginning is waiting for.
Here is Cala Sequeira as well, as Tom and I explored its amazing caves by paddleboard.
Okay. I'm recording now.
How are you to know?
Yeah. Wow.
How are you to know? It's all the things you do
from all things at once without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up and that we would be the ones left behind.
If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to get notified about new videos. We hope you enjoyed this third in our COVID-19 inspired flashback series. In our next video, we head east to the island of Mallorca. Don't miss it! Thanks for watching. And it is just a lovely night. I'm going to walk over here and show this beautiful, nearly full moon.
And like I said, it's very well protected. Get a bit of a...
And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told